it, it means the techniques which we use to increase the shelf life of a food. So it is a process or it is a technique. They are the techniques to prolong. Prolong means to increase the shelf life of a food are called food preservative. So they are called as the food preservative, and the method is called as food preservation. Preservative. So food preservation, so you can write. Fine. So techniques to prolong the shelf life of a food are called as a food preservation. So
Ma'am, I
we
just joined as I had another class. Can you just tell what we did until now?
did not do anything. We just discussed the food preservation, and now we are writing the notes of it.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So definition is this. Techniques to prolong the shelf life of a food are called as food preservation. The first point of it, we know that microbes proliferate. Proliferate means divide, okay? So we know that microbes proliferate very fast. So we know that what they will be doing, they will be dividing, they will be multiplying very fast in presence of food. So whenever the microbes, they get the food, whenever they get the moisture, or whenever they get the oxygen and the suitable temperature, what do? They multiply very fast. Yeah, I'm just moving back. Yeah, yes. So whenever the microbes, they get the food, they get the moisture, they get the oxygen and the temperature. So after getting this, they multiply or they divide very fast.
Ma'am, when will you start crop production and management?
Once this chapter get completed, I'll start it.
Okay.
But still we are remaining with the diseases part, the diseases in humans and plants. Done, children, till here?
Yes, ma'am.
Others also say yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, different methods we will be discussing. So, some common methods of food preservation are as follows. So, different methods are there. The first one is sun drying. So what we are doing, if anything we have which is like wet, we are making it dry. Then we are storing it. Like you might have seen the wheat seeds. So when the wheat seeds, our parents or the mother, they were washing it, then we have to dry them. Without dry, we cannot store it. So this is the first and the very traditional method of food preservation. So,
Ma'am, like I saw about these all when actually I saw this video, ma'am, everything of preserving food.
yes, a very interesting video is there.
Yes, ma'am.
So
There are
this method is
many types like preserving in food, preserving in jars with the vinegar.
yes, that is canning. Canning, that is called as actually.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is a traditional method of food preservation, and by this method, by sun drying, what happened? It helps in removing moisture. So whatever the moisture is there, with the help of the sun, it gets dried or it gets move away from them. So sun drying helps in removing moisture from food. Then the next point.
Ma'am, can you go to the before one once?
Yeah.
Done. Done, ma'am.
All have done?
Ma'am, can you go back? Just 1 point left, ma'am.
Okay.
Sorry. Ma'am, I can remember the
Okay.
point.
Okay. So, second point is grains are dry. So, as I told you, what we will be doing, we will be drying the grains and then we will be storing them in the big containers. So, everybody does not do it actually. In some of the homes only, they will be taking the wheat seeds and washing them and then they will be drying and storing them. So, grains are dried in sun before being stored. Then the next point, many vegetables also. So you might have seen your mothers. What do? They will be purchasing the vegetable. Like for a week, they will be purchasing the vegetable, and after purchasing, bringing them to the home. What do? They wash them and then they dry them. So many vegetables are also sun dried so that they can be used in off season. So when the season is not there for that particular food or the particular vegetable, so during that season also we will use it. So that is what the
Ma'am, it's fridge a temporary preservative.
is a
Temporary preservative. Like, can we call it preservative?
fridge.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you cannot call fridge as a preservative. Yes, but you can call as a cold treatment.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine, so topic will be given as cold treatment. So anything like the fridge, the ice, anything which is related to the like cold thing, that is called as cold treatment. And like boiling of milk, that is what the hot treatment.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. So this was about the sun drying. Now second method is the chemical methods. About the chemical method. So certainly what we do, we will be using some of the chemical to store the food item. So
Vinegar.
no, vinegar is not a chemical actually. No, we do not call it as a chemical. It's a kind of the
Ma'am,
food
but
item.
it is an acetic acid, right, ma'am?
Yeah, acetic acid, but it's not it is not called as a chemical. Chemical is something different.
Okay, ma'am.
Acid, this is a kind of the acid which can be used actually. You can use it. Right, for the different forms you can use it, maybe for keeping the onions for the longer time, or sometimes we use for the hairs also. But here in this chemical methods we will be using the like in the oil. In the oil they will be using a certain kind of the chemical through which what happened, the moisture will not be there, like the microbes will not be able to grow. So that is what the chemical method is here. So some chemicals prevent the growth of microorganism in food. So certainly we have some of the chemicals with the help of which what happened, the growth of the chemicals will be prevented. These chemicals are used in pickles. So where we are using these chemicals are
Ma'am, can you go back to the first one?
Yeah, just give me a minute, I'll go back. So these chemicals are used in the pickles and also in the jams. So though we are using the oil for the pickle and sugar for the jam, but in spite of that, these chemicals are added to it. Like if you see the pickle bottle, when you read the ingredient of it, you will be able to clearly see the ingredient called as the sodium benzoate and the sodium metabisulfite. So along with the oil, along with the sugar, these are also acting as a preservative. So these chemicals are used in pickles and jams to prevent to preserve them. So salts, acids, and oil are also used as food preservation. So what type of the chemicals they use? Example, the two very good examples are there, and most of the time it is being asked actually in the during the exam time. The first name is sodium benzoate, and the second name is sodium meta, META, meta bi and sulfate. So this is one name altogether, meta bisulfate. So these are the two chemicals they will be using for the pickle and for the jam process. So note this down.
Ma'am, can you go to the last slide once?
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you go to the last?
Ma'am,
done.
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, so in the jams they use this sodium benzoate and all right, ma'am. So
Yeah.
is it healthy to eat them right, ma'am, or not? The
See,
pickles.
whatever we are taking actually in our body, if we are taking them in a small amount, then nothing is going to affect us. But if we take them in a large amount on daily basis, then definitely it will have the impact on our body. So be it like if you take more amount of the spinach also, more amount of green leafy vegetable also, then what happen? It creates problem.
Problem.
Fine. So we should always keep in mind that everything, whatever we take, it has a balance of it. We should not take more, we should not take less.
Okay, a limited quantity will take care.
Yes, yes. If we take milk also, if we take, any food item, be it any, useful item also, if we take them beyond the limit on daily basis, it creates problem.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yeah,
Ma'am, it's out of syllabus though.
no problem.
Ma'am, so is it okay if you have like say one chocolate croissant per day, but you do a lot of exercise and more chocolate and more junk food?
See, if you are taking, one bite or one piece of chocolate, no harm. No harm to the
No, the
body.
whole thing. The whole thing.
The whole chocolate, like, it's like big chocolate or small chocolate.
Chocolate croissant.
What it is actually?
It's a croissant, ma'am.
I think the
Ma'am,
bigger
it's a
one.
French type of bread.
Yeah.
Okay. No, actually, it will not be okay because what you are doing, you are taking more of it. It is like definitely it is going to have the negative impact on your teeth. You should not do that.
But every day, if someone exercises a lot.
That's okay. You do exercise, no problem. But exercise of the teeth is not happening, right?
Yeah.
So that's why it's like really harmful. So because we have so many organs in our body and we have to take care of each and every organ. So that's the reason, like, though we can eat it, but ultimately what happened, it will have the negative impact on our teeth. Our body will not suffer, but yes, the teeth will have the negative impact because that will start producing lot of acid. The bacteria which are there on our teeth, they produces lot of acid because of the sweet nature of the chocolate or that thing, similar to that thing. So that's the reason we should not take it.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, it is out of syllabus.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, how can we make junk food as healthy food?
How can we make jam?
How can we make junk food as healthy food?
Junk food as a healthy food.
Yes, ma'am.
See, junk food, pizza. Like if I talk about the pizza normally, I'll just show my video because it's getting. So pizza normally, if you're making it with the maida, right? So if you want to make it healthy, Instead of maida, what you can do? You can use the wheat flour also. Am I correct? Right? So it becomes automatically healthy. Then in spite of, adding lot of mayonnaise, which is like you are getting from outside, you can add maybe, homemade mayonnaise. So what happened? It becomes healthy for you. Instead of adding so much of maybe, cheese into that, might be you can add some of the spinach or the green leafy vegetable also. But yes, definitely taste may vary. See, it's always said that, right? Always the nutritious food does not taste good, but it is healthy. And always the non-healthy food tastes good, but it is not healthy. So it is up to us how we are taking the things. But I think 99.5% of the people, including me, we love eating the junk food. We like or we love actually non-healthy food,
Yes,
which is
ma'am.
not good for our health. Not at all good for our health, right? So we are small, we are not able to understand, but as we are growing, we will be able to understand it in a much, much, much appropriate way, right? So I have given you my whole, I think, whole story. I have informed you, right, about myself, about my body, all those things. So that is what actually happens, when we take the things lightly, for granted, we don't listen to our parents, then ultimately what happened? We have to suffer. So eat whatever you want to eat it. But make sure that you eat it in the less amount, not in the more amount or not in the large amount. Rice also, when you, there are two ways of, making the rice. One is directly, cooking in the cooker pressure. How your mother are making it, Nayanika? How your mother makes rice? Directly in the cooker or something else?
I'm in the pressure cooker or the rice cooker. Between those two, it matters on
Uh,
it. Late
okay,
in the
Gautam.
morning.
Okay, Gautam, what about your mother?
Directly in the cooker, ma'am.
Lasya, your mother?
First she will wash it and then she will be keeping in the cooker.
Gagana, what about your mother? How she prepares it?
She washes it 2 to 3 times and then puts in the cooker.
Okay, Charan, how your mother she prepares the rice?
She also washes and keeps in the cooker.
Shrestha, what about your mother? How she prepares the rice?
Ma'am, she washes it and then puts it in the cooker.
So all the mothers are preparing only in the cooker, no other utensils they are using?
No, but I know another way that they cook rice, ma'am. They like boil it in the water, and that's a different way of rice.
Actually, that is the best way. If you wanted to have the rice, on a regular basis, also, instead of giving the whistle on through the cooker pressure, what they should do, they should wash it and then they should boil them in the good amount of the water. So what happened? Whatever the extra starch is there in the rice, when you boil them, that will be washed away with what? With the extra amount of the water, right? But when you cook them in the cooker, what happened? Because the water will be absorbed by whom? By the rice. Automatically, whatever the extra starch was, the extra fat was there, it was absorbed by the rice. And ultimately, now when that rice you will eat, you are taking what? You are taking the extra fat, the extra starch into your body. So that is the
But it's very
reason.
hard to make that one, ma'am. It will take a long time.
No, it does not take actually. Nayanika, it does not. We always prepare like same way. Hardly it will be taking, somewhere 7 to 10 minutes extra, not more than that. But it is a
Yeah.
healthy way actually, to keep your body healthy, fit and fine, and there will be no negative impact on your body if taking the rice.
Yes.
Ma'am, even
Yeah, tell me,
Ma'am,
Gautam.
will the taste vary?
Taste will vary, and the boiling one will be much tastier. You ask your mother actually, try that, and you let me know how you feel after eating those rice. Those will be coming out so good actually. But they have to be very careful. Once those are cooked, they have to immediately take them out actually. It should not boil, keep on boiling. After some time they'll become halwa, right? You have seen the halwa, how it is like, so,
soft.
yes, soft. It should not happen. They have to, in between, keep on watching it, keep on, by maybe taking on the fingers, they can press it and they can see that, like, if it is cooked, you take them immediately and then add some amount of ghee to it. You will feel amazed after eating those rice. And the
Ma'am?
same rice, yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, do you boil in the water and cook it, or do you boil the rice?
We boil in the actually water and then remove the starch. When you remove that extra water, you're removing the extra starch out of it. which is like not good for our health.
Ma'am, like my mother once added in the cooker the bowl. In the cooker, she will keep a bowl. In that, she will add water and she will keep. So once she added extra water, it was much water was there. The dal also the water got mixed. So when she removed the water, when it touched the rice, it was so soft that no need to chew it. I can just swallow.
No, but the taste will be very, very amazing. Maybe you
Yes,
can
ma'am.
ask your mother to prepare the rice tonight for you. So
And how do you cook the rice?
by boiling it, we'll be washing it twice or thrice, and then after that, maybe in a kind of vessels which is like a kind of a big container, we'll be taking it, and then extra water, we'll be filling it with the water completely, and then a little amount of rice. We will be making them to boil actually for some time, and then once the rice are cooked, then we will be removing the water out, and then those rice you can eat them after adding some amount of ghee. Like I personally like ghee a lot, so I'll be adding so much of ghee to it, like 2 to 3 spoons of ghee to that rice, so as to give a good flavor to it. So you can try, you can ask your parents to try it. And give me the feedback how it was. It was better than the cooker one, or it was like not so good?
Yes, ma'am. I'm so excited to eat.
Okay, I think I feel like you all are like me eating so very good different stuffs and all.
Yes,
Are you like
ma'am.
that
I like.
foodie?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Because I
ma'am.
am a foodie person.
Yes,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
I like.
I enjoy food.
Yes, ma'am.
I
Ma'am, I will.
actually
Ma'am, I like
okay.
to eat much food, ma'am, but I'll be so thin and everyone will be saying you're so thin.
If I eat so much, for me it's like you can see, you can realize with my face that I have had so much of food stuff. And basically
Ma'am,
I go out only for food, not for shopping, not for anything else, but for eating. Actually, that is like peace for me.
yes, ma'am, even for me today. I just went out for cleaning my sweats, like I went to Lenskart and I asked my father, a restaurant is there, should we get some food from there?
Yes, it happens, everybody has a different nature. Okay, so let us go to the next one now. One more topic will complete. Okay, third one now. We'll go to the third one.
Ma'am, I can't see your screen.
Okay, let me share it again. Share the screen.
Black on the screen.
I'm sharing it again. Now is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Okay. So this was the second method. Now we'll go to the third method.
Ma'am, can I just see the name of the chemical, ma'am? I wrote half of
Yeah.
it and then I left it.
Okay. Sodium meta bisulfate and sodium benzoate. These are the two chemicals. So third one is preservation by sugar. So in the jam,
Ma'am,
jellies,
don't they like sugar?
don't?
Ma'am, they make syrups out of strawberry, raspberry, and
Yeah.
stuff.
Hmm.
Is that like preservation by sugar?
Yes, exactly. So squashes, all those juices also, they will have what? They will have the sugar as a preservative in them.
Ma'am,
I'm
Yes.
chilling.
you one day told to keep the mango pickle in the container.
Yes. Did you kept that, and what is the result out of it?
Ma'am, I saw the fermentation.
You just say, do you have right away? Can you share me the photo of it?
No, ma'am, I just means throw it away.
Okay, no problems. Yeah. So what happened? That food will be that mango pickle will get affected by the microbes, and small fungus will be appearing on that.
Ma'am, is that called fermentation?
No.
only?
It is not fermentation. Fermentation is something different. Making the idlis is fermentation. Making the bhatura is fermentation. Making the alcohol is fermentation. But not this is This is not fermentation. Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Hmm.
And vacuum packing means pack it in a plastic wrapper, ma'am.
Vacuum means a lot of air space will be there in that. So what happen is like if I am getting any packet, it will not allow that air to pass out. So that is what is the vacuum packet you will be
Like
getting. So that
chips
the air will
factory.
not be, yes, air will not be allowed to go inside, neither the air will be allowed to go outside through that.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is about the preservation by adding the sugar. So you can make the jam, jelly, squash by adding the sugar to it. So note this down.
Mom, so sugar cannot be affected by microorganisms?
Definitely, it can be actually. If you try to keep the sugar in the open area, like take 1 spoon of it, keep it in the open area, see the result. What happened? What happened after a day or two, that
And
the crystal of the sugar will be converted into a water kind of structure. And that water shows that it was affected by the moisture. And through that moisture, the microbes will start coming to it. But definitely, we will not be able to see those microbes.
Mom, then how does, if sugar itself can be attacked by microorganisms, how can it make other things stay prevented?
Yes, it is because, when we make the jam, when we make the jelly or the squashes, not only the sugar, but we are adding the other chemicals like the sodium bisulfite or the sodium benzoate, we are adding to that. So because of that, what happened? They will not affect them.
Ma'am, so eating the fungus or the microbes is not healthy, right, ma'am? So
Yeah, not at all.
the
Hmm.
food items which are preserved by sugar, and if the
Yes.
sugar is attacked by the microbes, so eating the food which is preserved by the sugar, is it good, healthy?
No. See, Gautam, what happens when you're preserving something using the sugar? Not only the sugar, in the sugar, they are adding the sulfate, sodium bisulfate, as well as sodium benzoate, they're adding. So to make the jam, to make the pickle, they're adding those certain chemicals also along with the sugar. So in that case, it is not going to get affected by the microbe. But definitely, if you are keeping it, keeping the sugar alone, in that case, it will affect. Because the moisture is there, right? All around us, the moisture is there. So it will be getting affected. Anyhow.
Ma'am, what about like food, the preservation which we do at home only with sugar?
What kind of preservation? What you will be storing by the sugar?
Ma'am, you put layers of strawberry. I at least saw this, ma'am. Like 1 layer of strawberry, 1 layer of sugar, 1 layer of strawberry, 1 layer of sugar, and wait for
For
1 month.
making?
Ma'am,
For making?
Like
for
some
making strawberry syrup or something, ma'am.
Okay, in that case, the strawberry already has some of the chemical into it. So you don't require any other outside source to it.
No,
So
no,
it does
ma'am.
not affect.
It makes the syrup, right, ma'am? That syrup is preserved for a long time.
Right, correct. See, that's what I'm telling you. Because you are adding the sugar, you are adding the strawberry. The strawberry already has certain ingredient into it that it does not require any other chemical. So because of
Yes,
that
ma'am.
reason, you can preserve it for the longer time.
like the strawberries already are sweet, so they have sugar in that.
No. If you are adding some extra also sugar to it, it does not create any problem to us. But the same thing you cannot do for the other, other kind of the fruits. You cannot store the grapes like this. So it does not
Even
have certain
kiwi,
chemicals
ma'am.
to it.
Kiwi
Yeah.
milkshake is also like kiwi juice is also not good.
Correct.
Ma'am,
So
Ma'am,
it
why do
depends.
we when we are eating fruits, we wash it before,
Yes.
and we add like baking soda or salt to it. Why do we add that?
For what? For making what?
No, ma'am, just not for making, but before eating any fruit, we wash it and or add salt and my baking
See,
soda.
why do we that? To remove the any kind of microbes which are there on the surface of that foods. So it has been started actually from the COVID time. So from the COVID time, what
Yes, ma'am.
happened? They were like, people started thinking like some of the microbes will be there or the virus will be there, which is like, stuck to that outermost layer of the fruit and vegetable. And that's the reason we started washing them.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
So then I have seen some videos like when we do it, add salt and water and add the fruits. Some like the some like the and insects or from the fruits they are coming out.
No, but what happens generally, when you add those things outside, right? When you're adding that water, the salt, and the other material, sodiums and all. So that time, what happened? The outside structure is only getting the cleaned up, right? The inner one is not getting affected.
Yes, ma'am.
So it does not make any sense, like, you know, the insect will be coming out or it goes inside. No, it does not happen like that.
Ma'am, how does the salt break? Like, how does it clean?
Because see, a salt, you might have known about the leech also. Leech is a kind of the, you know, organism. When it gets stuck on the body of the person, what do they do? They will be using the salt to remove that from the, you know, body of that person. Same quality is in the salt, like, you know, when you wash the fruits or the vegetable with the salt, they will be removing that layer, actually, a layer which is formed by the microbe.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, children, then we will be covering the remaining thing in the next class.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Ma'am, I have a
Bye-bye.
doubt.
Bye, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, tomorrow, I mean, today you posted one exam, right, ma'am? What is it mainly on? I was gonna ask it, but today is only the class.
Nanika, I think you have registered for it. Remember your parents, I think AITs.
Not AIT exam, not
Then?
that exam. Your exam, you posted a microorganisms exam, objective exam for this week.
Yeah, that is there. That is weekly exam you will have, right? Today it has
Yeah.
been started at 5. So just do that and submit it.
Yeah, ma'am, what will be there in the syllabus? I'll study it before I write the exam. That's fine.
Microorganisms chapter only.
Like what we learned last week and this week.
Yes. Correct.
So, like, just
Okay,
about the food
so-
preservation.
Food preservation, and also from the starting, actually, you know, we have learned so many things also from the starting. So those things also will be there. But
Yeah,
this
ma'am,
one
I
I have
have a-
given you very, very general questions I have given you, which is like easy kind of thing.
Okay, ma'am.
Children, you need to excuse me because you know, I have the next class also. I'm little late for that.
Okay,
Okay,
ma'am.
I'll carry on.
Ma'am, today's
Yeah.
also it is there, right, ma'am? Today's.
Bye,
Yeah,
ma'am.
it is there. It is going on live, actually. Bye,
Okay.
Shrishta. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, bye. Thank you.